Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. We're going to have a look at what the energies are for us during the weekend of the 12th, 13th, and 14th of July 2019. This week has been very, very hectic for me at work, so I wasn't able to post every single day, post a video every single day. I tried to post, make a post every day, whether or not it was a video. But it's been absolutely manic, and I'm glad it's over. I'm very looking forward to the weekend, and hopefully next week it should be a little bit better, and I can focus more on videos and readings. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to record mid-monthly videos during the weekend. That's the plan. And also, I wanted to make you aware that I'm running a summer special reading, and you can find it all, okay? Right, well, we have 3 cards, so I'm going to keep them. And you can find all the information in the description box below, or if you go check out my specials page on my website. But I hope you enjoy it, okay? It's sort of like a quick reading, like 10 minutes, but there's a lot you can get in 10 minutes, to be honest. And I've changed the turnaround, and it's going to be 24 to 48 hours, which is a little bit different than the more in-depth readings. So hopefully you can take advantage and enjoy the readings. So, okay, and we have 2 cards. Well, the cards pretty much chose themselves, so that's fine. We'll just jump in. Okay, deep breath. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, interesting. And we have a reversal. We're going to keep it. And then the penguin and the blue heron. All right, I'm going to show you the cards and then just tie the messages together. So the first card that we have is the Knight of Cups. And you know, with weekend readings, it doesn't usually follow the past, present, future of the situation. It can do, but it doesn't always. It just kind of blends all the messages together. The Knight of Swords. So we have 2 knights, so a lot of action, change, travel, potential, expansion, and the Tower in reverse. So this is it upright. And we're going to read it in reverse. And then we have the penguin. The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. Thank God for that. And then the blue heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval, okay, from others. Okay, so the energy that's coming in is more day-to-day scenarios, okay, that are popping up. One of them is someone's changing their mind. I feel like someone's changing their mind. They want to come back, whether this is about a person, a situation, a romantic situation, or otherwise. Someone's changing their mind. They want to come back. You don't want them back. You don't want that again. And the people around you might not understand where you're coming from. To them, it might be a simple case of, yay, that's great, take this back. And you're like, no. And they may not understand that. So that's where the standing up for yourself might come in. You might be changing your mind with the Tower in reverse. Changing your mind when it comes to walking away from a situation completely. When it comes to just knocking someone down, knocking something down and just letting it crumble. Not holding on to a false hope or a false belief or a false sense of security, however that applies. For others, I feel that there's been a time of heaviness, there's been a time of pain, suffering, disappointment to say the least. And I feel like someone's trying to come back undo what was broken. I feel they may try the nice way first, and you may reject them. The Knight of Swords can be your energy in the situation where you're saying, no, this isn't right, this is not what I want, this is not what I deserve, put them in their place kind of thing. Be honest, speak your mind, speak your truth. Not to hurt them, but just to let the truth be out there, you know what I mean? For others, I feel like you're dealing with someone who, yes, they have caused turmoil and heartache and disappointment and a breakdown of things. They're trying to come back as if that never happened, or they're trying to come back to, unring the bell, as it were. And when they don't get the response they want, they might then try to push. So at first they're coming in, head bowed down, repentative, maybe apologetic, maybe. But when they don't get the response they want, they start to push. And that is because you may be dealing with someone who that's just their nature. And if there was any question of whether or not they're changed, they have not changed. And so they're trying to go back to the way things were before everything crumbled. They're trying to go back to the way things were before something was revealed, found out, or maybe they had an inappropriate reaction, or you know what I mean, there was some sort of big argument or a big realization that came with pain and disappointment and a break of some sort. And I am getting a sense of this may be happening in terms of emotional life and love life, but also in terms of family, with siblings or parents even. Whoever, if this is a person, whoever they are, you cared very deeply for them. That's why the disappointment was so great. And it makes sense, with Mercury being retrograde for the entire month, pretty much. We are going to see people or situations trying to come back, but I don't know. I may be exaggerating, or I may not have it right, but it feels like, at least for this Mercury retrograde, I want to say that 90% of the time when we see someone or something come back, it's for us to assess from a different perspective, get closure, or free ourselves, or break that cycle, rather than get back into it and start again. Okay, because nothing's changed. It's going to be the same and worse, or worse than last time. It's almost like we're being tested, okay? Because we have gone through this time of pain, through this, dark time. And not only have we survived, but we have learned a lot from the experience. And as a result, we are stronger and we are wiser. And what usually happens, if you pay attention, and I'm sure a lot of you already know all about this, you've seen it already. But what usually happens when we learn a massive lesson, an important lesson, is we get tested. That particular situation or that particular person comes back. As soon as we're feeling at peace with our new circumstance, as soon as we're feeling happy in our new normal, that situation comes back. That's the test. Have you really learned? Are you going to apply the wisdom you have gained? Or will you find yourself being pulled into the same vicious cycle as if you have no control, no power? Okay, so I feel some sort of lesson around that. But with the blue heron here, I do see that a lot of us see through the situation. A lot of us see the truth of the situation. And we are not afraid or uncomfortable to make a stand. And even if we are uncomfortable, we know it's the right thing to do, so we're going to do it anyway. Because we have regained our power. We had that energy a few days back of again, dealing with something or someone from the past, and our buttons weren't going to get pushed the same way as they would have been in the past. This almost feels like the continuation of that. We see things for what they are, and we are not afraid to do what we need to do for ourselves and our own happiness, and what we know to be is the right thing to do. That's why the Knight of Swords is in the center of our reading. He does not falter. He does not doubt. He doesn't know the meaning of, I don't know, or let me think about it, or give me time to figure it out, or no. He knows what's what. He knows what he wants. He knows what he doesn't want. And he is not afraid to stand up for what he wants and to go after it. And if he has to step on some toes, to say the least, to get to what he knows is right for him, he will do that. That's just the type of energy he represents. And it's not, in different circumstances, it can be a very selfish and kind of mean energy, but in these circumstances, it is really not. In these circumstances, the single-mindedness, the one-track mind energy of the Knight of Swords, the fact that he doesn't falter, the lack of doubt or fear, am I doing the right thing, am I not, that comes from the fact that he uses the experience, he applies the experience, he uses the lessons he's learned, and he just knows it's the right thing to do. Okay? He uses the lessons, he uses the experience. Never a mistake, always a lesson. In other circumstances, so for maybe the other 10%, versus the 90 where we're getting closure and we're separating ourselves from a situation or a cycle, I do feel that a situation or a person, or you know what I mean, just, you know how these readings work. We're looking at energy, so these can play out a lot of different ways for everyone. So it can be about a person, about a situation, about a mindset, about a behavioral pattern, about a lifestyle. Okay, so just take the message how it resonates to you. But I do feel that in certain situations, like the 10%, I do feel that someone is trying to make peace, whether it's you or the other person or whatever the case may be. But one party is trying to make peace. If this is someone trying to come in and make peace, we are encouraged to speak our minds, to speak our truth, to tell them how they have hurt us, and also to establish ground rules, to not be afraid to put our foot down and say my way or the highway. We deserve that. Okay, we deserve to have these ground rules respected. And I feel that whether you're anticipating a battle or not, I feel that you will find the other person will bow their head and say, okay, whatever you want, I didn't come to fight, I didn't come to dig it all up again. Tell me what I need to do, and I will do it. That is my genuine intention, okay? Because with the Knight of Cups, they're just putting their heart out there, and they are being genuine. So under these circumstances, and you'll know if it resonates with you, under these circumstances, putting down some ground rules, maybe what you need to do to feel safe in the situation, to feel like you're a little bit more in control than maybe you were in the past. But at the same time, with the Penguin, it's saying that things are different, okay? The dark time is over. In other words, you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder and expect the worst or feel like you have to prepare for the worst. It's okay to give something a second chance, another chance. But if you do feel like you want to give someone or something a second chance, the key is It has to be different. It has to be clean slate. Okay, and that doesn't mean just for today or for a week and then we start hashing out the past. Just clean slate, start from scratch. Okay, otherwise it will not have a chance. Okay, so there could be some very honest conversations happening at this time, but it's necessary or it's encouraged, especially in terms of what you want and what you need. This could be the other way around, and this could be someone else speaking to us. We are trying to make peace with someone, we're trying to make amends, and they're telling us about how they feel and what ground rules they have. But at the end of the day, it can lead to either freeing yourself from a toxic situation where actually nothing's changed, or giving something a proper second chance, and then start over in a situation. Okay, so either way, it is potentially a very healing energy here. No matter which way we go, it is healing. All right, so let me know what you think. Let me know what's going on for you this weekend. If you recognize these energies, how are they, speaking to you? What is this about for you? Remember to check out the special. Remember to stay tuned for the mid-monthlies. I hope we all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.